Hello, my name is Terisha and I've been working in Tantra Life for many years. On behalf of all the Tantra Life staff and in particular on behalf of Radha, who is the founder and inspirer of the Tantra Life School, I am pleased to present you in this video the 3 fundamental Tantra techniques. These are techniques that Radha always proposes also in her courses, and thousands of people have told us how their life has changed, so surely you will also benefit from them. First of all, a couple of words about Tantra, what it is, where it comes from. The word Tantra comes from Sanskrit, the ancient Indian language, and it consists of 2 parts. Tan, which means expansion, and Tra, which stands for method. Tantra is therefore a method, scientific, for the expansion of awareness. It is very difficult to go back to the historical origins of Tantra. There are very controversial datings, but in general it refers to a series of ancient Indian traditions, mainly transmitted orally. All these forms of ancient religiosity are joined by the fact that the adepts adopted a series of practices that allow them to contact and enhance individual energy in order to access cosmic energy. From the beginning, it was therefore clear that the key to everything lays in sexuality, although in reality sexual tantric rituals are only one part of the many techniques contemplated by this discipline. Therefore, Tantra not only included the material and the earthly aspects of human life, but even adopted them as a door to reach spiritual enlightenment. Tantra life is a modern tantric method born from the experience of Radha Lulio. Radha, after having lived and worked for over 20 years in close contact with the enlightened Master Osho, started spreading this method all over the world. Her method helps to regain power through a natural contact with sexual energy, looking beyond the cultural and social conditioning. Radha has dedicated her whole life to spreading Tantra, seen not only as a sexual practice, but as a method of personal growth and expansion in everyday life. Radha has often participated in radio and television broadcasts where she manages to share her extraordinary experience with the general public with the simplicity and spontaneity that characterize her. Her competence and ability to communicate at all levels have led her to successfully collaborate with some medical clinics, working as a consultant in recovering sexual sensitivity. Radha also wrote a book, which of course I suggest you to read, Tantra, A Way of Living and Loving, that is translated in 8 languages. Today Radha is the inspirer of Tantra Life School and she is the main teacher in Tantra Life courses. And here are the 3 Tantra techniques we want to share with you. These are tools thanks to which sexual energy in the body is activated, stimulated and made it flow throughout the system. The first of these techniques is awareness. What is awareness? Awareness is the ability to perceive something. It is the ability to observe any phenomenon by taking the right distance to avoid being overwhelmed. Why is it so important in Tantra? Very often, even when we make love, we are overwhelmed by situations or events that involve us, and we lose contact with our perception of that event. We disconnect ourselves from what we feel inside, and we lose the beauty of that experience. How many times, for example, making love, you just want to reach the goal and you miss the journey? Do you sometimes find yourself somewhere without knowing how you got there? This means that during your journey you lost your presence, you lost consciousness. So it is important that you train daily in awareness for the benefit not only of sexuality but in general of your life, to fully enjoy any experience whatever you do. There are many meditation techniques that help you expand your awareness. The beauty of the Tantra Life method is that with us you can learn the easiest and fastest way that goes through the body. In fact, in all our courses of any level, the starting point is always the capacity to be aware of the body. How to train yourself to awareness staying at home? You can start right away, here and now, while sitting on the chair and watching this video. Feel your body making contact with the chair. Feel your feet touching the earth. And even better, feel which part of your body makes contact with the chair, which part makes contact with the earth. Just imagine having a kind of inner eye through which you can become aware of the state of every part of your body as if you were able to feel these parts of the body from within. If you want, you can pause the video and do this technique right now. Have you seen how simple this is? How do you feel now? I imagine you will feel more present in the body. That's exactly how this technique works, and you can practice it in any situation, even while making love. The second technique I want to talk about is the spontaneous movement. We all know that movement is healthy, and surely you too have the experience of feeling very well exercising. The movement activates the bioenergy in the body, so surely if you do have the movement every day, you will have more energy in your life, in your sexuality too. The second technique of Tantra Life method, however, consists in training you as much as possible to make spontaneous, non-mechanical, non-automatic movements. One of the most difficult things in love and in general in life, in fact, is losing control. We often perform movements mechanically and disconnected from our feelings. In general, we always want to control everything, with the result that our spontaneity is castrated. Nothing more harmful to our life in general and in particular in the bed, because in this case the act of making love becomes almost a routine. Furthermore, the movement, when it is not commanded by rational thought, has the great power of activating the bioenergy, or vital energy, or sexual energy if you prefer. How to train yourself in the spontaneous movement, in letting go? Again, in Tantra Life courses we teach very simple techniques available to everyone. A practice that you can start right away at home after watching this video. You can spend 10 minutes on spontaneous movement. Make sure you are not disturbed, turn off your cell phone and choose a music you like. Start the music and dance by letting your body be guided by spontaneous movements, not by your mind. Don't decide which movements to do, let them happen. You will be surprised to see that even when we are alone and no one looks at us, we often have the feeling of having to do the right thing, in this case the right movement. Forget it, no one is watching you. Dance totally and do it just for you, as you like it. And if you like this technique, you can also apply it in the bed and in any situation where you can let yourself go. It's just up to you to give yourself the permission. And here is the third technique, the last one I present you today, breath. Breath is something we often take for granted because we breathe always and automatically to live. In reality, few people know how to use breath in a total way. Indeed, we usually breathe the minimum necessary to survive. This happens because the breath activates our bioenergy in a very fast and disruptive way. Breathing more means feeling more, but unfortunately, due to traumas, blockages, or simple cultural conditioning, we're used to repressing our feelings and therefore we breathe to a minimum. When we breathe naturally and deeply, what happens in our body is that all the cells are flooded with oxygen, including those of our brain and peripheral nervous system. The peripheral nervous system is the one responsible for the perception of our senses, how we perceive the world from our body. This intense level of oxygenation increases the sensation of vitality in the body and expands the range of sensory perception from the outside world. This is why it is essential to breathe deeply. Many participants in our courses have often told us how much the ability to feel the pleasure in the body has increased after learning to breathe well. Furthermore, the breath in Tantra becomes a real form of language to communicate without words, either with a partner, for example in making love, or with the deepest part of ourselves, and therefore also with the spiritual part. Breath is a real bridge that connects and unites. Imagine the feeling of being in such a deep dialogue with your partner while making love. Your breaths merging, the quality changes completely. So, now that you also know this third technique, you can train yourself to breathe deeply in every situation. You can start even now if you want. Pause the video, close your eyes, and try to take a dozen deep breaths through your mouth, breathing in and out slowly and deeply. Have you tried? How do you feel now? See how easy it is? Thoughts slow down immediately. Worries move away. You immediately feel more relaxed and present to the sensations of your body. Breath is really magic. That's why in our courses we insist so much in breathing techniques. Well, it was a pleasure to guide you in exploring the 3 fundamental Tantra techniques. On behalf of Tantra Life staff and Radha, I thank you for watching this video and I hope to see you soon in our courses. See you soon!